go for the third time recording this one now. Hopefully we can finally get, I think I got the sound worked out, so the sound should be good to go. You know, third time's a charm. So hopefully we get this all recorded all the way through without running into any hiccups. Now I'm going to jinx myself, of course, so I'll knock on some wood here. So anyway, today I'm going to start a new section. This is our third, this is our third intro PubG series, and so, or third episode in the intro PubG series. And so if there's other games you guys would like me to play, go ahead, you can link them down in the comments, and I'll see if that's something I'm interested in. I do like first-person shooters, third-person shooters. Guys even just want to see me play Fortnite, that'd be fine too. I'm not very good at Fortnite, and so the content there might be kind of mediocre, but we'll see. And so I'd be willing to do that. And so, but for today, the new section that I'm going to add to the show today is where I go over, or actually, I guess it's going to be like basically the subject of the whole commentary. It's not really going to be a section, but I think for the future we're going to make it and turn it into a section. But since this is the first time we're doing it, it's going to be a new, basically the whole commentary. But so what we're going to do is we're going to have a discussion today about the stocks that I'm invested in, and whether or not you guys should invest in them too. And so I'm stocks, you know, I'm talking about like the, you know, what a stock is, you know, like the stock market, you know, a piece of a company that you can invest in and reap the rewards from owning that company. So peak capitalism, as it is. And so the first stock that I want to talk to you guys about today, well, okay, I should probably go through the disclaimer first. So disclaimer, this is, I'm not a financial professional, and so if you make money, you're not liable to give any to me, obviously. And if you lose money, I am not financially liable for that at all. And so I am personally invested in these stocks, and so I might be a little positively biased towards them, obviously. And I want you to do your own research and take your own objective look at these stocks to see if these are something you want to be investing in. And don't just take my word for it. So the first stock I have for you guys today is called Sunrun. And so Sunrun, the ticker is RUN. It's a solar company, a US-based solar company. And the reason that I'm invested in this stock is because Sunrun has great earnings potential coming up with Trump's tariffs that are potentially going to be enacted. Well, actually, already have been enacted on solar and will be potentially be enacted throughout the rest of the economy. And so, this company, they install and maintain solar panels, both commercially and residentially, for all kinds of different purposes. Obviously, power generation is number one. And so it's like, why this stock right now? And it's like, so first of all, yeah, like I said, Trump's tariffs are coming into effect, and that's going to be huge for how these stocks are going to be behaving. Obviously, Trump's tariffs are on solar panels and solar, I think it's like solar cells coming into the country. And so that, you'd think that, oh, as an installer, that would hurt them because they're not going to sell as much. But I think they're probably, being that like places like San Diego and a lot of these places are starting to require solar panels on buildings now. These companies are going to become very, very powerful very, very quickly. Because they are the ones installing the solar panels. And if all of a sudden these tariffed solar panels have to be installed on your building by law, otherwise you're gonna, you know, have to pay a huge fine. Everybody's just gonna put the solar panels on their building, and so that's great news for us because as we invest in you know, in these solar companies, they're basically you know, using government force to help our investments out. And so I don't know how long term that's going to be because people, especially in the leftists, capitalists might be like, oh, we need to, you know, these people are exploiting us, and so we need to make sure that we, I'm gonna grab the mini instead of the M16 here, actually. And so these people are exploiting us, so we need to make sure that they they are regulated and can't do that. And I don't think that that's ever going to happen, personally. Yes, good stuff here. And so I think wow, okay, demolished, absolutely demolished. I didn't have any armor or anything. So I'm gonna hop into another game. But so I think these solar companies are going to be doing very well under force of law, which is good, great for an investor. And so I think their earnings are going to go up, and they have pretty solid earnings already. I think they're probably priced pretty properly right now for what their earnings are, and pretty properly for what the market. I think the market's pretty efficient, so I don't think it's unbelievably undervalued, but I think it's undervalued enough, and I think people don't appreciate how important it is for like a company to be getting into the sort of lobbying power like an oil company. You think about how powerful oil companies are in this country right now. It's like that's what solar is going to be turning into, and Trump's supporting it, and I think that's great. And even like obviously leftists are supporting it as well. So people on the left and the right are supporting this because A, it's green energy, which is great because everyone loves the idea of green energy, and it's free energy from the sun. Like even better. And then on top of that, it's going to just I think they're just going to explode, and more people, and as solar prices come down, I think we're just going to see more and more people installing these, and so I think this is going to be a great opportunity for Sunrun, especially if they can become a dominant market force for this kind of thing. And so yeah, that's why I'm invested in them. And then so if you guys think I'm right, you guys think I'm wrong, go ahead, call me out in the comments. I don't know. Hopefully I'm on like the edge of a really good investment. Obviously I'm a bit biased, so do your own research, look into it yourself to see if this is something you should be investing in. I would never recommend anything to you without you looking into it yourself to invest in it. And so that's my thoughts on that. And so my next stock that I picked is actually in contradiction to a lot of what I just said about like everybody all hyping up green energy and whatnot. Trump's tariffs have also led to a lot of instability in foreign markets, and instability in foreign markets is historically good for oil. And so I'm actually invested in an American oil stock, Whiting Petroleum. And so they will be able to avoid, like say if retaliatory tariffs on oil come from China, then they will easily be able to avoid those tariffs because they're American based. And so I think that that's going to be a huge boon for them if this instability, or if say the EU tries to have a punishment tariff like in return to us for our steel tariff on them. I think that that's just going to be just awesome for these companies. And so I'm really up on American companies right now because of the moves that Trump has made to be a protectionist. And I'm not supporting protectionism by any means. Like, I'm not a protectionist. I do not support protectionist policies. But I think if these are going to be enacted, we might as well make as much profit off of them as we can. And that's, I think, is a really intelligent thing for us to be doing on our part, making smart investments and making intelligent investing decisions, and making the most out of instability in these markets. And so I'm not going to comment whether or not I'm a supporter of Trump or not. I don't think that that's relevant to the investments as themselves, although well, actually I'm going to disclose that I'm not a huge supporter of Trump, and I think that a lot of what Trump does is going to be negative in this kind of light. Like, I don't trust a lot of what he's doing with tariffs. But I think that tariffs are relatively easy to understand what kind of effects they're going to have on the market. And so I think it's a really good idea on our part to make as much money off these opportunities as we can. And so that's my opinion on that. But anyway, moving forward. this guy. Sorry if I quiet down while I'm shooting or engaged. I'm not very good at the game, and I like to get the kills that I can. Wow, I'm getting demolished. Got him. Let's go, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna drink this energy drink, see if I can get some health back here, and see. Hopefully, I can find some meds in this little closet here. No meds, a shotgun. Okay, I'm gonna take the shotgun for now, just because I think it's a good thing to do. But so yeah, that's my opinion on the markets right now. If you guys think I'm wrong, if you guys think I'm right, let me know in the comments. I prefer to not make it political, if you guys can, but obviously, like, there's an inherent political nature to the kind of things we're talking about, and so so if you guys can't help it, feel free to make it as political or as apolitical as you want. And so yeah, and any stock picks you guys have, go ahead, leave them in the comments. I think that people coming together and discussing what stocks. My only restriction on that would be, please, if you have a stock, please say why you've picked this stock. Don't just leave, you know, a stock ticker for people to blindly invest in. I don't think that that's productive for any of us, really. There's a guy. That guy got lit up, so there's another one. With a micro Uzi on the outside, that side. Okay, so he's coming in, I think. Pretty positive he's gonna come in. He's on the right side of me. And so yeah, make sure that if you guys do pick a stock, that you do your best to leave a good reason for why you picked that stock. I did get him to run, which was good. I do like the amount of armor that I have. We are in the zone, and so I'm going to try and prolong this fight and make sure that we can get as much goodies out of here as we can. I know I don't have a backpack, and I kind of probably irritating a few of you that I haven't picked any of the ones that I've seen up, but I haven't been thinking about it, and I'm a little bit sorry about that. Glad to have a lot of M16 ammo. That's gonna be good. This guy probably did med, so I want to make sure that we know not to mess with him too much. I'm gonna go check to see if I can't get this loot up here. But one backpack, we'll take that too. And so the 6x scope will hopefully be really helpful in dealing with this guy. I think ultimately that's what he's going to try and do is spot us. I don't think he's going to come up. I think he's going to try and make this a long range fight. Oh, no, dude. That hurt a lot. I'm an idiot. So he probably saw me. I do have meds, but now I'm going to be really short on meds. So I'm hoping that this guy stuck around, although I'm hoping that I can get the jump on him. I'm gonna drink 2 energy drinks so I do get back to full health. I think you need 2 energy drinks to get back to full health. If I'm wrong on that, go ahead and call me out. Throw that on this. Okay. A little bit of extra little bit extra stuff. I'm thinking that he probably ran into one of these. So I'm gonna take my time, make sure that I don't get spotted recklessly. Although I make quite a bit of noise. I don't have unbelievable amount of time. Well, actually I do. I do have an unbelievable amount of time. This guy might have left, now that I think about it. It's not a lot of good reason for him to stick around, although I can get in this engagement seriously if he's fight and he didn't have any meds. Or if he was hurt and he didn't have any meds. I'm just kind of afraid that if I run out of here, I'm gonna get pegged. And so what we're gonna do is the strategy I always used to like to do is we're gonna run back through, make sure that we're paying very close attention and seeing. Oh, and okay, so I'm gonna wrap up the after I've talked about my two companies. I'm gonna try and do two companies for every commentary, and then I'm gonna try and wrap up that in the first part of the commentary, and then the second part of the commentary will hopefully all be just a gaming commentary, just gaming content. And if you guys would be interested in more, like say you guys want 3 or 4 stock picks, if you guys want to see a video of just that, you think gaming content's kind of distracting, you're not interested in that, that's fine. Just let me know, and I might start up another channel. This is going to be my gaming content channel, and so I might start up another channel for just that kind of content. If that'd be something you guys are interested, let me know. Although for now, I think I'm gonna leave this kind of content on this channel, with about 50% of my stuff being gaming content and 50% of it being stock content. And hopefully, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the videos to be 50% gaming content, 50% stock content, and I think that that works. And so the first half of the videos will be, you know, gaming in the background with talking about stocks, and the second half of the video will be all just gaming. And so I think we're gonna wrap up the stock content talk for now, and switch on over to just raw gaming. And so we do have 1 kill. I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully, for you guys, the 60 frames per second looks good. I might drop a few frames in game, but that's just because PubG is such a bitch to run. But yeah, so I did get a new processor, and oh my gosh, it's been unbelievably better since I upgraded. I used to have an FX 8350, you know, so an 8-core, and I upgraded to the Ryzen 1600. And I haven't overclocked it at all. I've just left it at stock speeds. I just have the stock cooler, but so I might bump the clocks a little bit. I know overclocking on Ryzen isn't great, but the single core performance is so much better than anything else AMD has put out previously, and then the hyper threading is really nice, which I'm really quite satisfied with. The reason that I'm moving so far south here is because I'm thinking that there's going to be people coming up into the circle this way, and I was correct. Because the way that the circle is right now, there's a buggy there. He's not gonna stop the switch. Hopefully he doesn't drive too far though. I'd like to be able to peg this guy. And so, also, if you guys have any gaming tips and tricks, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I think that's you know, it's always helpful to have a community to talk to about tips and tricks for like what kind of loot I should get. If you don't like the M16, the mini's better, the mini's better, or the M16 is better than the mini. Like, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Like, I prefer to have like, if you're gonna criticize, please be as constructive as you can in criticism. Obviously, I'm probably gonna get like a bunch of trolls on the internet, and I know that that's how that kind of comes with the territory, and so I understand that. But hopefully we can grow this into a little community here. So there is this guy in a car. His car's pretty beat up. And I wonder if he's going to push into shelter. Or if he's just going to fight. I don't know if I should push into shelter or not. I don't like that kind of fighting all that much. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and kind of listen. And see if I can, like, just kind of see what's going on. And this is an outlet from that place, I believe. So if I can hear somebody coming up, I'll know. And then, yeah, I'll be able to participate in this fight. So that is another entrance to the shelter, which is where they're fighting. I don't know if they're fighting at the entrance or if he's fighting with somebody shooting somewhere else. But as of right now, I'm just going to sit and watch. And hopefully not get pegged from behind. I feel like I'm in a pretty obscure position, so I don't think I'll get too many people coming down this hill behind me. There are like a surprisingly small amount of people alive though, so that fight's all over there. So this guy was over here. I think what we're gonna do is, I don't hear anybody, I don't hear any activity on this end, and we need to push into the zone. So I think we're gonna risk it for the biscuit here. Push down this way. I believe that this mound right here is, yeah, another entrance into the shelter, or exit as you call it. I'll sit here, and this is in. So actually, if I can get stuck up on this tree. Crouched, then I'll be able to see down here just a bit. Please give me my gun with my scope. I always forget the rotation sometimes. So there's a bike here. That means there are definitely people fighting. Shots at a vehicle. I am in the red zone. I don't like that. I'm gonna go inside. Because of the red zone. I'm not sure. Is the red zone entirely random? I feel like it's not. I feel like it's never random. I feel like it's always where the most people is, and so they can get the most movement out of people. But I'm not sure if that's actually coded into the game or not. And so maybe we'll have to watch one of those Mythbusters videos to see if that's something that's actually potentially a thing. I am hearing shots in that direction, so. So I think what I'm going to do for the blue is I'm going to sit here, use this as cover, and wait. We are probably going to have a long ways to go. But as the blue comes in, we should be able to maybe get a kill here. One can hope. So I'm not great at this game, and if you guys, I'd really like, help. If you guys want to, somebody would like to play duos with me and talk stocks, and do a commentary with me, a duo commentary. I think that'd be a lot of fun. To have two people who could talk stocks and both play the game as well. I think that would be an entertaining amount of content for the viewers, and so. If that's something any of you guys would be interested in playing duos with me to do, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I am kind of scared that somebody's gonna drop over the top of me though. But I don't hear any footsteps. Although we're getting red zoned again. I think I'm gonna push out this time. I don't want to slide too much because I don't want to take any damage, but there was a lot of fighting going on. Yep, and again, there's more fighting. I'm thinking there's definitely going to be somebody over there fighting me. But I'm also definitely thinking there's probably going to be somebody in this building here. It's probably a popular drop location. And so I'm on the edge of the red zone. I'm not really worried about getting hit by bombs anymore. So here is... he's just heading out. I'm gonna keep on, but I'm gonna quiet down just because I don't think it's particularly useful for me to talk about this. Every sound in the game going on, as far as loud noises, and so. Hopefully we don't get spotted and sniped on our way here. Glad that we managed to get a pretty exciting, beginning game. I'm really excited for when the new map releases on the public servers because I don't like to have too big of a problem with, I don't like to have such a big issue with the public servers. That's not good. This guy is long range shooting at me from behind me, and definitely with a sniper. So I think we're just gonna keep booking it, and do the bob and weave, and get over the hill here. Oh, he did get me once. Although I think we're probably safe for him from now. He sounded like he was a ways away, and unless he has a vehicle to come track us down, I think we're fine. That is a vehicle, and so there were more than likely people there. When we get over the hill, I'm going to drink an energy drink, try and, well, use a couple bandages. I just want to get some cover. Just use some bandages, drink an energy drink, that way we can get a little more health buttoned up here. Before we finish the run. We still have a ways to go, jeez. So much open field. I'm thinking this guy behind us is definitely going to get hurt by the blue. But we'll see. So I think it had to be a DMR probably, I would think, based on how loud it was and how far away it was. With at least a 4 times, potentially a 6 times or an 8 times. So if it was a 6 times, you know, he can match us in range. If it was an 8 times, obviously he can outdo us in range. And if it was a 4 times, I think we might actually be able to beat him in range, which would be good. Although he did hit our level 2 vest and did take it down a couple notches, so I'm really hoping that I don't just get pegged out of the field. I don't see anybody else running with me, which is a good and a bad thing. I'm going to take some blue damage here. I'm a little dissatisfied with that. I was hoping that I would be fast enough not to do that. Although it's probably going to have people ignore me a little bit more. He got me with the DP. I underestimated how much ammo he would have. So that wasn't a great game. Got a kill. Got a bunch of hit points. I probably could have grabbed that kill, but I'm going to end it there for you guys. I don't think you guys want to really see that guy spectate, so I don't think he's probably going to end up in the final anyway. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.